Good morning and thank you for joining us. My name is Nicole Bateman. I'm with the Economic Development Corporation of Decatur and Macon County, and welcome to Manufacturing Week. We're excited to celebrate all things manufacturing in Decatur and Macon County this week, and really wanted to give you kind of a look of what happens behind the walls of a lot of these big industrial buildings that you might drive by every day. And so to tell us a little bit more about what we're doing here today at Decatur Industrial Electric, we're joined by Dylan Waddle. Dylan, thanks for joining us today.
No problem.
Awesome. All right, so why don't we start by just tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm almost 23 years old. I've been in the manufacturing industry for almost 3 years now. Started as a tool maker at a company right down the road here. Just kind of learn as you go. And here I am now.
Awesome. So what do you do here at Decatur Industrial Electric? What's your job title?
I'm a manual machinist.
Manual machinist. Okay, what does that mean? So tell me about your day-to-day.
Well, day-to-day is a little bit different. I mean, it's never really the same thing. We do a lot of things here. So boring and sleeving housings, or making new shafts for motors that come in. We just do a very wide variety of things here. And no motor is the same, so kind of changes day to day.
Awesome. So at Decatur Industrial Electric, you work on motors. So are we talking small, like lawn motor mowers, or what are we talking about?
No, these are electric motors, AC controlled, DC controlled. They power a lot of different bigger machinery, like a lot of the machines at ADM or International Paper. That's what gives their machines power.
Awesome.
What we do here.
Awesome. So that's got to be kind of a great feeling, knowing like all the things that are made, you know, in Macon County and in the region, probably all over the U.S. for that matter, that you have a part in that.
Yes.
Yeah. So what exactly do you do with these motors when they come in? Are they broken when they come in?
Not all the time. Sometimes they just want a general recondition. They may be older. We've had motors come in that were 50 years in service versus maybe a bearing failed and they got messed up. Some of them are small. We have one right now that's a vertical motor. It stands straight up and it's 12 foot, 14 foot tall.
Oh wow.
It's pretty big.
That's pretty cool. So there's probably a lot of variety in your job
Yes.
then on the different types of motors you
Yes.
work on. So what do you like most about your job?
It not being the same thing every day. Like I said, it's kind of come in and then you find out what you're doing, and that's what really keeps me on edge. Constantly learning something new.
Awesome. What was the most attractive part about taking a job in the manufacturing industry?
Well, I chose machining solely because I've always been a little bit OCD on things that I do. I work on vehicles and a lot of other stuff, and I really like it to be as perfect as possible, looks wise, runnability, and machining is that. We hold very tight tolerances, 4 times thinner than a human hair, up to 40
Wow.
times, just all depending how far back in decimal place you want to go.
That's very cool. So what kind of training or education did you need for your role today?
Well, I had a little bit of training. I went to Richland. It was more on the CNC side. You don't really need schooling for it. It is a trade. I just kind of, the way I explain it is machining is like a different language. And you have to learn the language before you know how to do it. So the schooling was more so learning the language, as you say, but it's been a lot of hands-on and just guys that's been in the industry from 20, 30, 40 years.
That's got to be pretty cool too, right? Because I'm sure somebody at that age, the way they came to work and the things that they were doing then are probably a lot different than the way things are done now.
For sure.
Yeah.
We have a lot of older machinery still that we use. It does good. No real sense in getting rid of the old stuff. It still works fine.
Exactly. And I'm sure there's a loud motor going off right now that you guys are probably working on as well. So one last question for you. Was there anything that you did in your childhood, like toys you played with or activities that is relative to what you do or relates to what you do today?
I was a kid that always took apart lines from this. I like model cars. I just wanted to see how they work, put them back together the best I could.
Awesome.
Pretty much how I was.
Awesome. So if you're a kid or an adult that loves to take apart your toys, you know, there's a career you can make out of that, and I think that's really fascinating. And so we just wanted to continue to bring you some cool stories. Thank you, Dylan, for telling us your story and teaching you a little bit more about what takes place here in Decatur and Macon County on the manufacturing front and on all those businesses that support our